What's up, everybody? It's Make It Make Sense. I'm here for another video, and this one's going to be a little different. I did a couple of interviews, one with Peter's ex-girlfriend, Toni. If you haven't seen that one, definitely check it out. And a video with Tita Talks, who is Mia's ex-nanny and Jacqueline's sister. Mia and Gordon saw those interviews, and they had something to say. Like my video as my intro plays, and we are going to get right into all of it.
Make it make sense. Could somebody please make it make sense?
Big moves.
Surfer.
Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you say. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things of your dreams. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you say. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things of your dreams. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense.
She lied, and I should have known better when I seen her hair.
I got to feel.
Okay, guys, so I first want to start by saying thank you to all my subscribers. A lot of you reached out to me because you were very, very concerned once I let you guys know that Mia had reached out. Look, I appreciate you being concerned about my channel, me, my family. I see it, and from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate it. But if you guys know me, you know your boy is no dummy. This video took as long as it did because I not reached out to my actual YouTube confidants who were like solidified YouTubers. I reached out to legal counsel and I reached out to PR. So it's important to say, if my mantra is shady but fair, I'm only fair if I'm showing all sides. If you guys do or do not like somebody, that's completely up to you. Once I give you guys what's out there, it's really up to you to determine who you believe or, you know, if you believe anybody. But I have to lead with integrity. And so this is what this is. So Mia specifically wanted to respond a lot to Toni, but she also included Jacqueline in her response and Tita. So if anybody wants to come on this channel and respond, you're more than welcome to do so, the same way that I gave Tita a platform and Toni to speak. It's only fair, guys. So you guys know me and Portia are both journalists, and you know journalistic integrity is something. If you have not seen my review for RHOP, I had a special guest. Giselle made an appearance. Any comments? No. Is Jamal coming? No. Why am I like this? So let's get right into it because there was a lot of messages. It's important to note these messages did actually come from Mia, her certified account with hundreds of thousands of followers. And there were some things that she sent that needed to be redacted. So that has been done. Anything involving like children's name, and like super personal information has been redacted. And if any other, YouTubers, bloggers pick it up, I suggest that you guys keep it redacted as well, because, just a piece of advice. So let's start with the text messages to Toni, because it looks like Mia was pretty heated and Gordon was heated about the Toni interview. So Mia is in blue, Toni is in gray. This is back from 2020. She says, "Hey, hun, I just emailed you blanks for her birthday." Toni responds, "Thank you." I think this is what Mia is trying to show, that her and Toni were cool back in 2020. These are more recent. "Hey, girl, I'm glad we got a chance to catch up. I enjoyed seeing you, G, and the kids." Mia replied, "Yay, same. Happy we had a chance to hang." Now, this was in September, before the show was, really airing episodes that involved Toni. But still, Mia's showing that they had some form of a relationship or a connection. Mia, "Hey, lady, would you happen to have extra tickets?" Now, on my interview, Toni explained that she went to some sporting event with Mia because Mia had box seats. So this pans out. However, the next text, I don't know if it's actually the one in the thread. Let me say this. In all situations, people, especially like in interviews, they're going to bring their representative. So I'm not saying that these text messages are verbatim, everything that happened and exactly in order, because these are in the order that Mia sent them. So that's important to point out. Guys, we're straight shooters around here. That's just what it is. The next message is, hello, love, bringing so-and-so. Tim will pick them up. Does that work? Toni says that's perfect. I guess this is to show that the children were still hanging around at this point. Toni then sends pictures of the children. And she says she forgot to send you these. Mia says, oh my goodness, love them so much. I was looking at the photos from her son's graduation, her son's pre-K graduation. This is all just still showing that they are still in contact around October. Me too. Yes, send me those pics when you can. Okay, so that's an old one. Yes, let's catch up. Would love that. Toni says, okay, I have a very flexible schedule, so just let me know when you are in town and I will make myself available. More pictures of the kids. Now this is around the time that Potomac is really like heating up. And so Toni says, I'm sure you're getting enough calls and texts, but I just wanted to extend some support. It's so unfortunate, but family will sometimes hurt and take advantage of you faster than a stranger. Stay strong. So I believe that this is around the time that we found out that Mia had been fired from the family business. Mia says, thank you, babe. I appreciate you. Hardest time of my life. You know me, though. I will prevail. The stress is beyond me. Toni responds, you always have and always will. I have an amazing restaurant concept whenever you're ready to cross over into a new realm of ownership. Now, I don't know what happens after that, but the next thing I see is, hey, hun, does Jackie have a Cash App? Hey, babe, I don't know. Do you want to tip her? We are still in the parking lot. She replies, yes, but none of us had cash today. Oh, it's fine. So I guess this is showing that she knew Jackie. I'm not sure what that was supposed to be about. Mia says, I'm so excited. I don't know what to do. Beyond proud of you. Don't know what this is referencing. This is in November. Me too. It feels right. Thanks so much. And a happy birthday wish from Toni to Mia. Now, this is where it starts heating up. It says, girl, why am I getting all these messages about this clip? Shake my head. So this is how it started, with my name being brought into it. Now, Toni had said in the interview that when they were at that sporting event, Mia had told her that she would be brought up in the season. Toni alleges that Mia didn't tell her exactly how she would be brought up, but that she would be brought up. So check out Reality Chat on Instagram. They are sending each other information from the blogs. I definitely follow Reality Chat. Definitely check them out. They keep their ear to the streets. It says, Wendy hints at a situation involving Mia and Peter. So this is where things are starting to get interesting in the text thread. Mia says, it did. I just saw this last night. I don't like it at all. I was wondering how, who, what, when, where, and why, which is kind of strange because you lived it. You knew that there was, this fight. You knew that you made allegations to Wendy about things that Peter said. Maybe Peter, Patricia, if you nasty, is the problem. So Toni says, now I'm curious as to what exactly Peter said. Mia responds, now we know. I don't know if I believe her, but it isn't too far off base. And I want to know what snake-ish I did. So remember, Wendy had alleged that Peter had said that Mia had done some snake-ish. Y'all, this is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Toni replies, yeah, he said it. I'm sure of it. I don't talk to him to ask him. Mia says, oh boy. Toni, I've expressed things to him for sure, but D, to repeat them is messiness. I agree. It's okay. As long as it's the truth, I don't care. So this is where that there's a gray area. We don't know exactly what all Wendy alleged. We just know what Bravo chose to show. So I don't know if there was more that was said. That's conjecture. Again, anybody involved in this is more than welcome to come up. Wendy, Mia, Toni, whomever. Y'all all are welcome on this channel. Safe space. And Katie, I really want to interview with Katie. I love her. Mia replies, and I want to know what snake-ish I did. Toni says, oh, he said it. I'm sure of it. I don't talk to him to ask him, which also pans out. Toni, I believe, said that Mia didn't know that they weren't even together. Oh, boy. I've expressed things to him for sure, but D, to repeat them is messiness. Sorry. We did that one already. Meanwhile, here I am trying to support everyone. Toni replies, that's one of the reasons I wanted to talk. It's a lot. She replies, then get the side of the stick. Toni says, I mean, Peter is going to be Peter. I've never lied on anyone a day in my life. Obviously, over the years, you and I have had, we've had our issues that have gone unresolved. So when I express things to him out of hurt, it should have stayed between us, not a thirst move for TV that I don't appreciate at all. Now, in this one, I don't know if Toni sent all of these messages in once or if there were things that Mia was saying that she took out. But as far as I see, it's just all Toni. That I don't appreciate at all. Furthermore, when he repeated those things, I'm assuming she meant weren't even together. So what was the point? Outside of being the reason you know each other, the reason you know each other, he should have left me out of it. So if you remember, Toni dropped the bomb that Mia and Gordon weren't actually friends like that. Toni introduced them. So that was in the interview. So this pans out. But again, I don't know. I'm just giving you guys exactly what was sent. Mia says, as I did. Toni says, exactly. It's going to be okay. You live and learn. I don't like it. I don't like that you are being pulled into this. It's not right. Toni replies, it's taking everything in me not to call him. To which replied, you don't sign up for it. And you haven't been given the opportunity to tell your side. It's all messy. Which, guys, I thought that was kind of strange because that's exactly what I said. When I was interviewing Toni, that was the purpose of the interview. I didn't understand what was going on there. The only thing I can take from these messages that Mia sent me, or this set of messages, is maybe she's trying to say that Toni said something about her and that's why she threw her name into a later episode. Again, Mia didn't give me specifics. She just gave me the text messages. So you guys can make any conjecture or thoughts on it as you may. I'm just doing the same thing like I would for any other situation. And she says, oh, trust me, he does. You are entitled to be upset and confide in your man. Peter should not have told that girl nothing. Again, talking about Wendy. So maybe some of the things Wendy said was true. Again, we don't know because, she just said snake-ish and, Wendy made a lot of allegations. You made him really look good on TV as a businessman, but trust and believe I know the truth and it's not pretty. What's not pretty about the truth? I want to know. Outside of this being good for ratings, I wish you would have. Mia says, honestly, I didn't know y'all were not together. I thought I was supporting you both. Remember, I texted you a few weeks prior about visiting Baltimore. Toni says, all the years I've kept quiet and different in silence, only to be thrown into some BS. I'm not going to stay silent much longer. And boy, she was not silent. Yes, and I kept our business private as always. I haven't worked for him or with him in over 18 months. I couldn't handle the stress anymore of it. Mia replies, so this is really triggering for you, I'm sure. What can I do? Toni, it really is. I mind my business and stay out of the way. I'm just praying they don't air what you said because that's some BS too. So I'm assuming at this point, Toni saw exactly what Mia had to say happened at the wedding. Hey, babe, I would call, but Josh is right here, and I don't want the kids involved. I'm about to take them to dinner and bowling, but call me if you need me. I can step away. I'm so sorry you were involved in this. I think it's disgusting, and it's not fair. She replies, okay, no worries. Still processing all of this, but thanks. So I guess she had a pocket dial at that point. So this is what Mia said to me. Make it make sense. Can't even remember what I did to her over the years. Had to phone a friend and with a clown. And at first I was thinking, is she calling me a clown? but I think she was talking about Toni. I responded, "Good afternoon. Message received. I pride myself on being fair. With that being said, Toni is scheduled to be on my channel this evening. Would you like me to bring up your counterpoint?" She didn't really respond to that. This is where it gets a little deep. She says, "I'm going to say this. Pay attention to how these opportunists can't tell you what I've done to them. Smile and put on a face for some box seats. Now who's fake? Then why are you coming to pick up my child for a play date after the game?" So presumably what she wants to get across is she actually doesn't know what the core issue is. Again, if Toni wants to come on and explain her side of this, she's more than welcome to do so. Tita as well. Now, this is where it comes to Tita. Just like Tita, I'll always be treated with respect. I love my job. They made me feel like family. So I'm assuming she's saying that these were the sentiments that Tita used to make about being employed by her. She says, "Which one is it? Don't let these people use you." No one mentioned Tanisha's name. This is what she's upset with. She wants the fame. Asked me to see if I could help her on the next season and film at the bar she manages in DC. So these are all things that Mia is alleging. I don't have any text message to say that that is accurate. So, maybe it was a phone call. I just don't have the facts. These are all things directly from Mia. Because production said no, somehow it's my fault. She was just out to dinner with my first cousin a few days ago. Like, which one is it? Oh, and my sister-in-law. I would love to hear what she has to say. Now, y'all remember on the interview, I told you that I heard her sister-in-law in the background. She sounded like she was having a good old time. Again, I don't know her. This is like, it's starting to feel like Jersey, guys. This is like family stuff on top of family stuff. It's all like very deep. We saw her little thirst trap video Friday. G had words, but I don't post because I really think it's not worth my energy. Sending to you so you know. I understand what you're doing. I'm not knocking the hustle, but be careful. There's nothing she can say to upset me. I just want you to be mindful. Now, to be honest, I really do think that last part is true. I don't think that anything that anybody says about Mia really, really gets to Mia. I think Mia is very aware of the way PR works, as am I. She's now been on the show for 2 seasons, and she's probably going to get picked up for a third. So this is what happens. I will be posting G's response in a separate video. Mia says we're not bad people. I know who and what I am. Take it for what it's worth. Keep doing your thing. Wishing you much success. I replied, "Thank you for recognizing that I am a fair blogger. And being fair and impartial, I would like to use the videos you provided in response to the claims made in the interview. Do I have permission to use these videos?" She replied, "Yes, you do. You can use any of this information. I appreciate you being fair. I would really like to know what I did to her." So Mia sent a few more things. Yes, I have family and friends who love me. And no, I don't force my mom to do anything. She wanted to tell her story. Now, this is in part response to Toni and me, because as a viewer, when I saw Mia's mom having to kind of relive some of the things that involved her addiction and having to give up her children, to me and a lot of viewers, we didn't like it. It felt forced. And I don't know if that was, I don't know whose idea it was, but Mia feels as though her mom actually wanted to tell her story and was okay with it. My sister, mom, and I are close. I hate this narrative and how y'all don't get to see this. The few times that we did see her mother, it did not feel great as a viewer. I applaud her mom for her sobriety. I heard she's been sober for many years, and maybe not everybody is meant to be on television. And that's why some of those things came across as if she was forced. In all fairness, I don't know. I wasn't there. But that was part of my problem with how the rollout was done on the show with her mom. I just didn't like it. Just my opinion. Again, Tita has every right to come on my platform. Tita Talks has a channel. I'm sure after she sees this, she'll have some things to say. She actually reached out to me while I was live last night, so we couldn't talk. Toni, I sent Toni the last of the Cash Apps for her father. Her father has brain cancer. They're doing a GoFundMe. My subscribers, thank you so much for everybody who donated. To me, Mia and Gordon, this was a lot. This felt deep and personal, and I don't know. The response. Oh, wait, I think there was something more because she talked about her business. Let me pull that up. She talked about her business, and I definitely want to put that in because this is what she's saying in regards to people saying that her businesses are not. I think this was actually in response to Jacqueline. So let's see. Okay. So I believe this is in response to Jacqueline and Toni. Foster care. I was taken away 6th grade, placed in the system, adopted a few months later. I only lived with Jacqueline for about 2 months. She started getting jealous and we had a disagreement about homework because I wouldn't let her copy my work. I then moved out into an apartment my godparents owned and was living on my own at 16 in Maryland, going to school and working 2 jobs. So that is in direct response to people who question if she was really adopted and or how long she lived with Jacqueline's parents, I should say. I own several companies, partner in a few. I also own our RD territory, DC, Maryland, and I'm a franchise business consultant for the Joint Chiropractic. I'm a partner for a real estate firm, cosmetics, and e-commerce retail company. Since September, we have redeveloped and opened additional joint locations outside of the family entity, so rebuilding and pushing forward. I've never had anything bad to say about Tanisha, other than she gets mad and falls out with everyone. Ask her why I was maid of honor at her best friend's wedding. She said we never, and it's blurry. She also sent some things that I have been advised not to disseminate. I'm being fair, but I'm also having to protect myself. So if you are going to disseminate those things, you will have to do it through another party because I'm not posting that. Not gonna do that. This will continue on, guys. I'm gonna keep you guys posted. And again, I appreciate all of you who showed so much concern for me. It actually deeply touched me. So thank you for everybody who recognizes that I'm trying to do this thing fair. And again, your opinion is your opinion. You got more facts, do with them as you may. I will see you guys next time. This was a whole unexpected lot, but your boy is working. Again, it's work. I don't know if it's the Lord's work, but it's work. See you guys later.